Hey guys, it's Amber here with Gear Up, and we've got a great video coming your way today. Today we are going to discuss the importance of having a fire starter, not only for bug out bags, but also if you're going hiking or to even have on hand when you're doing activities outdoors. Before we get into this video, if you haven't already, please subscribe below. Hit us with the like if you like the content so we can continue on making content like this to serve you. So today we are talking fire starters. So we have a whole bug out, build out bag series playlist that we've made for you guys, and we've talked about a lot of things. An item we hadn't touched on yet is fire starters. And now fire starters are an amazing item to have for you, especially outdoors. Just picture you're outside and all of a sudden temperatures drop. All of a sudden there's rain coming down. The fire that you can make from a fire starter not only can serve you in times of cooking, but also can provide you that essential warmth that you may need in situations like that. And I just touched with cooking. And I'm not talking cooking, just let's have a campfire and roast marshmallows, because you can do that pretty easily with a simple lighter, or like our matchstick fire starter here. This is a little bit better than just a simple lighter, as you can strike the bottom of it to get a match lit. But you have the ability to really do that fairly easy, but it's when the conditions begin to drop, where it becomes a little bit windy, where you have to think on the fly. And when you're camping, you're a little bit more prepared for that. So we're talking more situations where you're hiking. There was a story I saw the other day of this woman who was hiking in Hawaii, and she got lost for 2 to 3 days out in Hawaii. And they couldn't find her until the helicopters finally located her, and she survived, thankfully, by living off the land and her instincts. Hawaii's a little bit warmer, so not as bad, but she had to rely on trees and different brushes to keep her warm in the evenings, because the temperatures still do drop. That's why the importance of carrying a fire starter with you, even if you go on a simple hike outside. It's springtime, hiking season's amongst us, is critical. In addition, bug out bags, it's also very vital to do it. I'm going to showcase a few different fire starters, but I want this mindset to be framed properly here, because if you're not a survivalist and you're not a prepper and you're not somebody who's, oh, the world's not going to end, it's not doomsday, that's fine. But think of a more practical situation here. If you are lost, if your car does break down, if you're just going outside and you get separated from your group, normal people experience these things at all times. And something as light as a fire starter can be something that's critical to help you in your survival out in the wilderness. So I'm going to talk about a few of our fire starters. First, I'm going to showcase the in my opinion, just the best one you have. I think it's like $10, $12, might be even less. I don't know. I haven't priced these yet. Because we just got a new batch in. But this is a 3-in-1 fire starter. This thing is great, okay? You've got your split ring, you've also got your integrated whistle, and then you obviously got your flint rod and your striker. By striking this down, it's going to get your sparks. So this right here can help you start a fire very easily. Extremely lightweight, something you can put right on your pocket. Got a key ring, you can literally put it on your keychain. There's really no excuse to carry something like this. All you need is to have some tinder in the area. And if you don't have slow burn tinder sticks like we sell here, or something that happens, you can very much, especially in Florida, make tinder from something like mossy oak. I know we all know the Spanish mossy oak. You grab that stuff and you create a little pit, and all of a sudden you have an easy way to light a fire underneath wood until it catches up. So just some food for thought for you with that. Some other great fire starters. This, much like the 3-in-1 flint striker, this is what everything started at. This is a great camping and hiking essential as well. This is your magnesium fire starter. So you're going to scrape the magnesium shavings. It's going to serve as your own flint. And then once you scrape the flint with the striker, it's going to create sparks. So if you're worried about finding the flint or the tinder, the shavings, then the magnesium fire starter is a great option. You can really utilize this thing to create the shavings for yourself and have a stress-free situation. I already showed you the matchstick fire starter, so this one is great. The reason being is because at the very bottom, you have a flint striker here. I don't know if you can see that. I'm up close with you guys, so sorry. And then you got the trigger grip, so it helps you strike a fire and actually light up as a match. Another great one. These ones we don't, we are not going to actively carry, but we do have these still available. They've discontinued them. This is a sparky one. If you want to be lazy and you just want to press the button and light a fire, that's a great one there. And this is the Aurora one here. So this one actually comes with cod in there to use as tinder. So nice stuff there. Once again, another range fire flint one. This one's a little bit smaller than the one I showed you. Something you can keep right in the pocket. I already showed you the tinder. Last couple ones. So now this is a good option. This is your potable fire bellow. So as you strike the fire, you're going to need to blow the flame so it catches and lights up your wood. This right here extends out so that you don't have to get down and get close to the fire, and you can actually blow it yourself with this little bellow here. So pretty nifty device there. Lastly, another bug out bag thing, not necessarily a fire starter, but is a fire starter. These are survival matches here. Waterproof, windproof, just great little item to have in your bug out bag. And you got at the very top and the bottom, a place to strike the matches. So with all that being said, that's what I got for you guys as far as fire starters are concerned. We're going to also release a blog post on this. So if you're more of a reader and you want to go more in depth, you have the ability to do that. But fire starters, an absolute vital, critical survival item to have on hand, not only in your bug out bags, but also not only when you're going on a camping trip, but also when you're going hiking. If you're in a place with a lot of woods and you drive, if your car breaks down, it's a very easy item to just kind of have in the glove department. So I highly urge everybody to consider some sort of fire starter to be on hand due to all the things fires can do. We mentioned the warmth. It's also cooking. When you are outside and you need to cook with a mess kit or boil water with one of our canteens or a canteen cup, that fire is going to be vital in assisting you in that regard. So I love s'mores as much as anybody, trust me. And s'mores and campfires are great. Nothing better than having some campfires and friends around. But that's not always the situation. Think in times where it's not just easy and we can light it with one of these long matches. Think in situations where you don't have your typical resource. Kind of like that woman in Hawaii who got lost from a simple hike. It happens all the time, guys. So that's all I got for you guys here. Buy a fire starter. If it's not from us, get it from your local spot. Don't support the big chains. Go to a mom and pop shop, a surplus shop near you if you can. I mean, you can go to a big thing, but take care of yourself. Get a fire starter. And for us, we have a ton of them. Shameless plug here. GearUpFL.com. You can order them online or visit us in store for your perfect fire starter to make sure that you are good to go in an emergency situation. So appreciate you guys watching. I hope everybody has a safe rest of your day.